Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. In today's new GTA Online video, we, of course, are going to be talking about the new GTA Online update that Rockstar just dropped this morning. We have some really big changes to discuss. We're going to be going over in this video all of the biggest and the most major changes featured this specific week here in GTA, from some pretty good money bonuses, and I know the Dr. Dre contract last week with the $2 million contract finale farming, as well as, of course, the double money on the security contracts was insane. But if you're a fan of that week and that active grinding content, and you like active grinding content in general, different contracts, robberies, series of missions that pay out a lot by the end of the finale, well, this week is also pretty solid in terms of that, so we're going to go into detail on how you can most take advantage of that tomorrow in my money guide, but we'll overview it today, along with some excellent rare and removed and limited time vehicles, one of which is this vehicle you can see right here. We're going to go over the price, customization, performance, and review all of that here on the channel, along with the major property discount for the week and some of our discounted vehicles. And overall, we'll discuss things that you should definitely purchase and pick up this week because they will benefit you if you own them as a player. So thank you so much for tuning back in, and let's get started. Jumping into some of our money bonuses for players who like racing, all drift races are going to be double money and double RP this week here in GTA Online. If you like adversary modes and you don't have any sort of business, Hunting Pack Remix as an adversary mode is returning for a limited time this week, but we also have it on double money and double RP for this week here in GTA, so that's pretty nice. Make sure to take advantage, although Sumo Remix is definitely the more fun option, and that's available this week. We also have all FIB file finales at the Garmin Factory, which are going to be double money and double RP. So especially for those players in the game who like doing the priority file for the week at the absolute minimum, that is paying out 4 times this week technically, because the priority file already is double money and double RP anyway compared to the normal files, which are also double money and double RP this week anyway. So that means you're going to be making, instead of 300k for these and 150 for the rest, you're making 600k for the priority and 300k for the rest of these. Now remember, especially if you do all the bonus objectives, you get $10,000 per bonus objective for a total of $50,000, because you get a $20,000 bonus for completing all 3 bonus objectives, and each one pays out $10,000. 30 plus 20 equals 50. You're making $50,000 extra dollars per Garment Factory finale here. So you're getting paid $350,000 to $360,000 on a lot of these. And the fine art finale and fine art file, you can make up to $662,000 this week just from doing it. Of course, you can only play it once. And so this week I'll be farming Project Breakaway as well as Brute Force. I don't like the black box file finale. I like the rest of the setups, but I don't like the finale that much. It's tedious. It takes too long. You shoot down all the engines on the plane, then you're just sitting there waiting for 2 minutes before it crashes. You can't speed it up. No matter how fast you take out the engines, it doesn't matter. Nonetheless, I'll be farming these 2 this week, and I'm going to play this one for the money guide tomorrow. But not only that at the Garment Factory this week, because that's worth it, but also the Garment Factory passive income. It's going to be 4 times for GTA Plus members because they've had it double money all month long, but the wall safe will be double money for all players in the game this week. So if we head on over to the wall safe, you're normally making not that much money, like $2,500 to $3,000 a day from the wall safe, but now you'll be making around $5 grand a day from the wall safe here at the Garment Factory, which again also isn't that much. But if you're getting 4 times money with GTA Plus, well, you're making around 10 grand a day, and that way it becomes actually a decent way to make some extra cash for the business that you already own and money that you're always going to be collecting here in game in GTA Online for the week. But this isn't a money guide. Make sure to tune back in tomorrow if you want all of the information and details and how to best take advantage of these bonuses in game this week. Now let's talk discounts, because the major property discount I was alluding to this week is on the Garment Factory. The Garment Factory is going to be 30% off for all players this week. So with this, you get access to those FIB files, which are double money. So even if you're like, oh, I heard the Garment Factory is bad, the missions aren't fun, etc., I think you should buy it. That way you can get the property and you'll make all your money back that you spent on it this week. And it's not even that much, because it doesn't even have any upgrades or modifications you can make. You get a vehicle garage, you get a fast travel ability, you get a wall safe, you get access to the FIB files, storage for your terabyte, things like that. But it's not like a normal business where you can design the interior to your liking, things like that. But this is worth it because you'll make all your money back this week plus more. And all drift tuning upgrades for vehicles are going to be 30% off. Next up, let's go on Legendary Motorsport and discuss some cars. The Grati Vision, Grati Visa 1 is on sale here for 30% off. You can get it for $1,575,000, as are the rest of the vehicles. Everything is 30% off this week. The Grati X80 Proto you can get on sale for $1,890,000. The Classy Mamba on sale for $696,500. The Karen Sultan RS Classic you can get for under $1 million and $939,000 on sale. Next up, the Grati Brioso 300 you can get for $427,000 or $320,000 at its cheapest with the trade price. The Karen Kavos Cross V6 you can get also on sale for $994,000, and then if we scroll down, the Karen Astrobe GZ you can get for $321,000, and the Albany Brigham you can get for $1,050,000 here in game. And then we have one more vehicle also on Southern San Andreas Super Autos in the off-road section, the Nagasaki Outlaw you can get for $887 grand or $665,000 with the trade price this week. Here at the LS Car Meet, we have some excellent opportunities to pick up some rare and removed vehicles that we haven't seen. Some of them we've actually seen sort of recently, some of them we haven't seen in a few months. So we'll start off with one of the older ones that we just have not seen in a while. This is the Bravado Verlier, which is kind of an interesting car. You get pretty good top speed, a very high top speed, and really good braking. It's good for taking sharp corners and turns and things like that. You do get a speed loss in those corners, and this thing has terrible crash deformation as well. That is a negative to this vehicle, but you get a really nice engine and exhaust note, and overall it's inspired by the Wiseman GTM F5 as well as the TVR Segura, so I think it's pretty visually appealing. It's a cool addition to any person's garage. I'm not a fan of the paint job that they have on it. Nonetheless, if you want it for $695,000, I feel like the value's almost there. I think a very fair price would be like $450K or something like that, maybe $500K. The Dubachi Massacro. This is a very, very high performing vehicle though. You get excellent braking, top speed that's really good. Back in the day when the Zentorno and the Turismo R released, this was right on par with it. It would rival those two cars. The main drawback with the Massacro is its handling. It doesn't have the tightest turning radius. It doesn't have bad traction or anything. It's just like, it feels like it's sluggish around a corner. Like you gotta slow down for it just because you can't turn sharply enough. But if you can get over that, this is an excellent vehicle, especially for $275,000. Next up, the Dubachi Rapid GT Classic. You'll get strong acceleration with this car, average top speed. It's going to struggle with responsiveness as well, even more so than the Massacro, because this also has a wide turning radius, but it will handle well on like long winding roads, and it also has poor crash resilience, just like that Bravado Verlier over there. Like overall, like this feels like it has a wide turning radius, whereas this car just feels like it has very heavy steering. So I would say overall, pick up this one, then the Verlier, and then get the Rapid GT Cabrio last. But if you don't want to pick this one up, it is the cheapest at $140,000 this week, and that blue paint job does look really nice on it. Here at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport and Car Dealership and InGame Vendor this week, we have some more good opportunities. There are at least 2 or 3 good opportunities you guys might as well check out. So let's start off with the one I was driving at the beginning of today's video. This is the Ocelot Lynx. Now, you get a lot of torque with this car and good enough acceleration. I'd say top speed is just going to be average. It's not super high, but it's acceptable for a sports car, especially for the price point. You do get a little bit of a tendency to understeer, so it's sort of like a middle of the road option in the sports class, but I just love the look of it. Like aesthetically, this is a beautiful looking car. Customization isn't out of this world either. The thing is the price tag. So you can get it for $1,780,600, which is high for the performance you're getting, but I think it is still just like a vehicle you should pick up because it's nice. Next up, the Hot Rod Blazer. This thing's always fun. Look at the price tag, $69,000, very kinky. Now, of course, it's better than the standard and the normal Blazer. You actually do get faster acceleration and a higher top speed with this quad. You get better off-road capabilities as well. Super, super nimble and precise steering, but it's super top heavy. You're gonna dismount a lot because just like if you bump into a light post or telephone pole or something, you're just gonna be sent flying. It's just fun. I've said it before in the past, so I'll say it again. If you were to go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal, you would pull this car out of the bag as the toy you get. Like this is a Happy Meal toy of a vehicle here in GTA Online. Next up, the Anus Stafford. Smooth car, smooth ride, decent acceleration, satisfying enough top speed, super dense, high mass, and it's also rear wheel drive, so you're gonna get a lot of oversteer and instability taking a corner really, really sharply and at high speed. But if you like a luxury classic like the 1959 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud or even the Jaguar Mark 9, well, you're gonna like this vehicle, and if you want to pick it up, it's gonna run you $1,292,520. Next up, the Grotti Stinger. This is a very stylish Grand Tourer. You get high speed and acceleration. You're also going to struggle with oversteer at the highest speeds if you push this car to the absolute limit. The braking isn't really adequate in my opinion. It's less than impressive, and overall I'd say if you're driving this car, it's definitely more for the style of it rather than performance superiority. So get it if you want. It is a little bit steep of a price tag, $850,000. And then lastly, the Vapid Retinue. Really good speed and handling, excellent off-road, super lightweight, nice balanced power delivery. You got a nice retro styling, and that's going to complement the performance of this car very, very nicely. But you can also flip over on uneven surfaces a lot, like if you take a small jump or like small sand dune or something. Just be careful because this car is unstable, despite it having good traction off-road, if that makes sense. And it's got a price of $638,370. At the Diamond Casino and Resort, your lucky wheel podium vehicle for the week is the ADIOS ZR350, which gives you a pretty good top speed and acceleration. But as you can see, that Rockstar, honestly, I'll be totally honest here, I don't like the customization they put on it here. It makes it look like the absolute worst kind of car, but you can turn this into a Fast and Furious style vehicle. It's a great LS Tuners car overall. It doesn't have the best traction or stability compared to something like the Jester RR, because you are going to like oversteer with this car a little bit, and inexperienced drivers in the game may struggle with it. Obviously, adding a spoiler, one, is going to improve the cosmetics and aesthetics of this car, and it's also going to mitigate some traction issues, more so than you'd find with a spoiler on other vehicles. But overall, if you want to go fast, you got to be careful around those corners, because you could oversteer, you could spin out, things like that. Nonetheless, let's spin this lucky wheel, see if we can get lucky. We just got pretty lucky on Tuesday getting the vehicle last week, so let's see if we can get anything pretty decent this week, because I got the Gallivanter Baller STD. I guess that was back in February, right? And then now we won a podium vehicle in May, so I guess next one we'll see after the summer DLC in like July or something. Today we're just getting 1,500 chips. Also, don't forget about your visitor chips as well. Here at the LS Car Meet, your prize ride for this week is the Karen Hot Ring Everin, and if you'd like to unlock this vehicle for $0 this week, the prize ride challenge that you need to complete as a player to unlock it is place top 3 in LS Car Meet Series races for 4 days in a row. So sort of similar to the one we had last week, but that was just top 5 for 4 days in a row. This is top 3, so a little bit harder of a challenge to unlock. And honestly, I'm not too sure of the performance of this vehicle. I mean, it's a hot ring circuit car, so just like you can get some of the other hot ring vehicles in this game, I'm not sure how this one performs all that much, because I mean, I drove it once when it was new. It's been so long since I've driven it, and I also don't have it purchased on this account. That being said, I'll probably try to unlock it this week, but I'm not too sure. Like, I'm not too confident to speak about the performance. I'm sure top speed isn't going to be absolute top of the class, and also handling isn't going to be the best because it's a hot ring car. It's just meant to drive around in ovals and circles, but nonetheless, I'm sure you could still get a decent clip with it. And so yeah, if you want to unlock it this week, go for it. At the Salvage Yard for this week in GTA Online, all of these will be available until May the 22nd. None of them are claimable this week, but starting off, the Albany Hermes or Hermes, this is the low tier vehicle, the standard range, and this is featured in the cargo ship robbery. The Obey Omnis is this week's mid-range vehicle, featured in the McToney robbery. The submission, I know it's probably my least favorite because that place is an absolute maze, but nonetheless, kind of a fun finale. And then the Podium robbery features this beautiful Pfister Comet S2 Cabrio as the top range vehicle for the week. At the gun van this week, let's check out what we have on offer. But if you guys are watching on Thursday, May the 15th, and you want to know the location, currently we are at Sandy Shores, and here's the location zoomed in on the map right here. And when it comes to the gun van stock and selection, we have some interesting opportunities. We have the stun gun, which is worth it if you own the bail office and you want to take part in at least the most wanted target every single day like I do. We also have the precision rifle on offer. This is going to be 30% off for all players, but this is just such a terrible rifle. I own it, as I'm sure many players do, but we were all disappointed to find out you can't even attach a scope to this dang rifle. Not only that, but it also just can't even one-shot to the chest with like normal enemies. So overall, it's just simply not worth it. And it's sad because this is a really dope looking sniper, and I just wish it was even like the normal sniper rifle in terms of damage profile, not even like the heavy sniper or the Mark II. I mean, we should have Mark II explosive ammo in this thing as well, but nonetheless, the precision rifle is 30% off. The heavy rifle is also featured here. This is worth buying. The homing launcher, the grenade launcher, and the knuckle duster. Now, keep in mind, this grenade launcher as well as the homing launcher, both of these, if you don't own them, these are free this week. You can get these for $0. And then we also have the proximity mines, tear gas, and grenades. These are all going to be 30% off. Same with the body armor you can get as well. So I'm just going to stock up on some super heavy armor, but I mostly grab it from the agency. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. We are going to be wrapping things up right here. And so, of course, if you guys did go on to enjoy this content, or if you just found the information and news helpful in today's video, I'd definitely appreciate a like on it. And, of course, if you guys are new to the channel and you want to see more GTA Online content like this, well, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button. I go live very frequently throughout the week playing GTA Online over on my Twitch account, twitch.tv/hazardoushdtv, but you can also feel free to reach out to me either on Twitch, Twitter, or even Instagram. Those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. We are going to be streaming later today, so if you're watching this video on Thursday, odds are I'm going to be live streaming this game over on Twitch. So we'd love to have you as a part of that community. Hopefully, with all that said, though, I will see you guys in the Money Guide tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys then. Adios, amigos.